Hey y'all, welcome back to Most Just the Podcast, a platform where we have candid conversations that cater to your whole being. I am your host, Perkins, aka your holistic homegirl. I am happy that you're here. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, y'all. To start it off, my beverage of the day, water. Just water. I was gonna do it with wine, but I'm gonna do this sober. So let me get my drink in. Anywho, so I know last week I dropped the ball on y'all, and I'm here to double back because you can't just be dropping the ball on people like that and not really like clean things up. So I also want to point out that I know that I talk hella slow, like that ADHD, ADD, whatever it is, baby, eating me alive. It's eating me up. And I hate that for me and I hate that for y'all. But I told myself that I need to work on not taking long to say what it is that I need to say, and also stop using filler words and just get to the point. So with that being said, honestly, I want to start off this podcast with a little message to people that have something to say about people that wait to say something about them being abused. Shut the fuck up. Like, people always have something to say about why somebody should have why did somebody wait this long, or all this time you didn't say nothing, or they just try to discredit from the shit happening just because it was a long time ago. Yeah, I waited 20 years to say something. What's up? Like, I'm on all 10. I'm really on all 10 about me. Like, how dare y'all sit there and be upset with someone or mad at somebody just because they didn't say something a long time ago? Y'all don't know what we're going through these people's mind when that shit happened. People can fear for for their lives. Anything can be wrong, and y'all just sitting up here judging people constantly just for not saying something sooner. The fact of the matter is that they said something. So now what? What are we gonna do now? Y'all be more mad at the people that it happened to than the goddamn abusers. Like, what do that really be about? I'm not really sure, but I'm here speaking up on my platform for the people who did wait. It's okay. It's okay that you waited to say something. The fuck these people want to do? Nothing. What's up? Like, yeah. Yeah. I just really wanted to say that because somebody said that to me. Like, yeah, you should have did something when you originally told your mother, when you were 17 years old, XYZ. Like, huh? But I'm gonna just say a prayer for that person and keep it moving, because that's what we want to do. And also, I did want to say, like, everybody who did have something to say about the people who waited when it came to um Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, like, who gives a fuck? And everybody who did have something to say or ever said something or made a smart remark, I see you and I blocked you, and we don't follow each other anymore. And if you do follow me again, it's because you chose to follow me again after I removed you from my space. I also would like to say, I know that I'm on a rant here, but I would also like to say that before you judge somebody who actually went through an abusive situation, don't don't be too quick to judge, because this could happen to your sister, this could happen to your brother, this could happen to your mother, this could happen to your aunt. It can happen to anybody, and it could be the person closest to you. So I advise everybody before they judge to really just shut the fuck up, because y'all don't even be knowing what y'all be talking about half of the time. And everybody got a suggestion of what they would do. I don't give a fuck what you would do, because you're not in my shoes. Like, you cannot say what you would do if it has never happened to you. Shut it. But y'all, anywho, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. This podcast, to clear up last week, and also to really just clarify, like, how exactly it is that I actually cope through this, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about is finding strength and vulnerability. And to be vulnerable is to expose the possibility of being attacked or harmed. A lot of people do not say things because they feel like they are scared for their life. They feel like this person will come back and do something to them and harm them. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm going to be harmed. But you never know, because it's not like this person does not know where I live at. So, like, I think about it, but honestly, I try not to think about it too hard, because sometimes whatever it is that you constantly are thinking about or worrying about, you bring it into fruition. So, all I can do is ask God for protection and just go from there. Um, if you do find yourself in that space of not wanting to cause harm to yourself, and that's why you're not saying anything, I want to say go to the police, but I honestly, like I was saying earlier, I can't tell you what to do or what you should do, because I am not in your predicament. I don't fear for my life, simply because I'm really on whatever somebody else on. So we can do it. We can do it if you like. We can really do it if whoever wanted to do it. Like, I'm laughing because I can laugh, but at the end of the day, like, if you really feel that scared, I would suggest going to the police. But I wouldn't suggest you sitting there beating yourself up. Free all my girls. Free all my girls from this fear of not speaking up because they fear that they're going to be attacked, or they fear that they're going to be harmed. And honestly, sometimes the fear don't even come from the abuser. The fear comes from the people around the abuser. People be supporting abusers and attackers, pedophiles, whatever it is. Like, are y'all okay? Y'all don't be okay. I'm not even gonna ask if y'all okay, because not only are you fearful that you may get harmed by that person that did something to you, people be riding for people. They don't care right or wrong. Right or wrong, people will ride for people that rape people, killed some. It don't even matter. But I do I do send you whatever it is that you need to be sent, so that you can have the strength. Build up the strength to speak out about your situation, because I want that for you. Everybody is not in the space to do that, but I really do want that for you, because that shit can be on your mind so hard. Like, so to the point where it's eating you up alive. You can't sleep at night. Like, yeah, I just want that for y'all. I want that for you. I want that for me. I want to continuously not fear for my life, and honestly speak up and speak out about this situation, because this shit is serious. Like, it happens to everyone in every single generation. Every single generation. You'd be surprised. And not only with women, this happens with men too. So it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to allow yourself to speak up, and with the possibility that people may want to harm you, they may want to attack you. However, just have faith in God and continuously ask God for protection to this entire thing. And I'm wishing that on you. I'm sending that love to you, because we all need it. This part is so important. Sorry, the it's very important to be vulnerable in breaking the silence, because that is something that you really do have to think about when you break the silence. Like, it can happen, but it plays such an important role to just be okay with being vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay. Live your truth and do what it is that you have to do to clear yourself from those shackles of just being stressed out, of being feeling nasty on the inside for what has been done to you. Like, yeah, I just, you really have to find strength and being vulnerable. It is okay, and I hope that you know that I am here if you ever need someone to talk to. If you ever feel like you need someone to vent to, I am here. But maybe get a counselor too. So, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was navigating triggers and flashbacks. Child, the triggers and the flashbacks be triggering and flashbackering because anytime, well, let me tell y'all a list of things that trigger me. Spooning triggers me because I have been sexually abused twice. The second time I have not spoken light on it because I'm not gonna touch that part yet, but this part happened to me when I was a child, and this person was like, oh my gosh, y'all, I am telling y'all all of my business for one, but like he was behind me, like moving up and down or whatever, like his penis, and this is my butt or whatever, like getting a feel or a rub. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I was really young then. I probably was like 6 or 5. I don't fucking know. I was young though. But that feeling as a child comes back to me when I'm spooning in my current relationship. Spooning is a big trigger for me. A big trigger. Also, underwear. My boyfriend had to throw away underwear that my mother's husband had. And why do I see him in his underwear so fucking often? But um my boyfriend had to throw away the underwear that my mom's husband had because it was a trigger for me. Like, my mother's husband used to sit at the door. Their bed was right there at the door, so you couldn't not see them. He used to sit there in his phone in his hand, and his penis will be sticking straight out of his boxers, like on the hard. And it's just like, bitch, do you not know that your penis is sticking out like that? But I mean, you're a pervert, so yeah, my mother wasn't home because she used to work overnight. My mother not home. She not coming home no time soon. So like it's just her children walking around seeing you like this. Fucking sick. Sick. Anyway, also my mother's husband he used to bite his fingers. So anybody bite his nails. So anybody who has like very short, stubby ass fingernails, that shit bothers me. like don't have no stubby ass fingers around me because I'm not gonna like you. And I'm so glad my boyfriend don't bite his nails because that would have been like, yeah. So stubby biting fingernails, that shit, yeah, triggers me. New York accents trigger me. Why are you from New York? And why are you talking like that? Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. I'm not going to say it triggers me to the point where I'm super uncomfortable, but when I hear people from New York talking, and I just be like, okay, gotta get it from around you. But, yeah. And then last but not least, y'all, my mother bought my son a coat. I think the gift was from like all three of them, her, my little sister, and her husband. She bought him a jacket, and the jacket is like a Letterman jacket or whatever, and it has the letter A on it. Sure fucking enough, her husband's name is Andrew. So the gift is from them, and then it has an A on it. I was this close to throwing the fucking jacket in the trash. Like, fuck no. But then I had to tell I'm sorry. I'm cursing a lot. Sorry. But I had to tell myself, like, you can't allow for things like this to trigger you to the point where you're enabling yourself to not sit there and fight through this trauma. You have to fight. No matter, and I'm telling this to myself, and maybe you can learn from this too, if you want to, because you don't have to sit there and be triggered. If it's too much, if the triggering is triggering you so much that you want to sit there and go through depression, or you start getting depressed or anything like that, don't put yourself through that misery. But I had to tell myself that I have to fight through this. Just because I see something with the letter A on it does not mean that I need to throw away this jacket. Because it's a cute little jacket. But then at the end of the day, like, for my own personal sane being, I'm gonna do what I have to do for myself. So yeah, throw that, excuse me, throw the fucking jacket away. The jacket. I let him wear it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna let my son wear this jacket because um I need to allow myself to get over this trigger. I am not a victim, I am a victor. So I'm going to fight through this and really, allow my son to wear the jacket. I let him wear the jacket. I wasn't really thinking too much of it, but then, he just wore it once. So we'll see there. However, the number one strategy that I had for coping with a trigger, I would say, remind yourself that it is okay now. Remind yourself that that person, I, I'm gonna take that back. Every time I get triggered from something, I have to go back to my younger self. I have to take a second, even if it's in meditation. I have to go back and tell my younger self, you are okay. You are fine. This person is no longer going to harm you. This person is no longer going to affect you. They are not taking over your mental. I'm not allowing my abuser to take over my mental to have any effect on the life that I work so fucking hard for. So that's the main piece of advice that I can give anyone that get triggered by things. Go back and tell that younger version of yourself, it is okay. It's okay. You don't have to be scared anymore. You don't have to be afraid anymore. Like, I got you. The person that I am today is the person that I needed when I was younger. I got you. I got you, younger self. So, younger me, it is okay. You don't have to be triggered by this. Also, do a lot of breathing. Do a lot of breathing. Sometimes, like last episode, I realized that I was so tripped up by talking about this on camera that I just was like, I was breathing really hard. I'm not sure if y'all noticed, but I was breathing hard. And then also, that was the first time that I had recorded, and it was people around because I had recorded in the other part of the clubhouse. So it was two guys around. And of course, me talking about what I'm talking about with two other men around, it was kind of awkward for me, but honestly, it is what it is. But breathing. Breathing really helps me when I do get triggered because that that one breath can help your heartbeat slow down. If your heart is just like beating super duper fast, I can feel an anxiety attack coming on. So try to breathe. Try to breathe. And that's really all I have. Just tell your younger self that you are okay. And also breathe through the situation. Remember that you are a victor, you are not a victim. A victor is someone who has overcome the harassment, the abuse, the attack, the harm. You have overcome this shit. You are not a victim. You are not a product of that shit. So believe in that and believe in yourself. The last thing, another thing that I wanted to talk about was rebuilding trust. Your relationships after the trauma happened. It's hard to trust that nobody is doing this. Nobody will do this thing again. To not only to you, but also to, for instance, me, my child. I don't want anyone to do anything to him. So I have to honestly not forget the situation, but I have to allow God to guide me into easing my heart so that I know, so that I can feel like I can trust people with my kid. I can trust people watching him, changing his diaper, whatever the case is. People take advantage of children, and you have to believe that nobody is going to take advantage of your child. Nobody is going to take advantage of them like they did you. You know, I still have to develop a trusting bond 100% to know that this is not going to happen with any male, you know. Um my son had a bad diaper rash from his poop, and because I am so um because the trauma has damaged me so much, sometimes I used to think like, I hope no one did anything to my baby. And that's the fucked up part about trauma. It's hard to rebuild trust with the people who have hurt you. It's also hard to build trust with people that you don't even know, because you may fear that they're going to hurt you, or they may hurt you. They may be a predator. You really don't know. You know, um, I don't trust my mother, and I don't trust her husband. All I can do is give them the benefit of the doubt. Rebuilding trust there, first of all, I will never, ever trust him. I'm just giving him the simple benefit of the doubt, but I will never trust him. Like, oh, he won't do that with my son. But why you even give somebody the benefit of the opportunity to even do it? You know, I'm talking to me. But I want to talk about rebuilding trust with my mother. What exactly would that look like? Um, I don't know. I really don't know. She scarred me. She hurt me to the point where I'm not really sure if I would ever 100% trust her to not do it again. But if I do see that she's working towards, like, really working on herself, helping the little girls that come to her house for my sister, like, if I see that, maybe I'll regain some trust. Um, Also, therapy will play a big role in that. For other people, um, it may be very hard for you to trust somebody that's not to not do something to you that someone else did. However, you have to just ask God to guide you to only come across people with good intentions. You know, learn from your mistakes of what it was that you did in the past. If you were old enough to, like, really, learn from, excuse me, if you were old enough to change those habits. Some people are younger, they don't ask for shit like that. Some people are older, yeah, you can learn to not get as drunk, or not just be taking drugs or taking drinks from people, whatever the case is. Like, you just really have to learn from the past and gain that trust again with people who you, excuse me, new people that you come across and that you encounter. The next one I wanted to talk about was therapy. I do advise everybody to get some sort of therapist. I still have not taken my own advice because I still don't have a therapist. I do know that I do need to get therapy though, because um everybody needs someone to talk about this to, and somebody who specializes in getting you the proper help that you need. Um So I do recommend everybody get a therapist. I am going to get a therapist. Y'all, I know I keep saying I'm going to get a therapist, but I've been my own therapist for so long. I feel like, do I really need a therapist? But then I really do need a therapist. This is a traumatic experience, like, super traumatic experience. So I definitely need to get some help. I recommend everybody getting help, because you can't do this alone. Sometimes you have the capacity to do it alone, but you really don't do it. You can't do it alone, because I didn't do it alone. I had my boyfriend, I had my neighbor, I had my friends, like, to vent to and things like that. But getting the proper therapy is the first step. It is definitely the first. Well, I'm not even gonna say the first step, whichever step it plays in your life, it plays a major part in it. I can't really talk too much about therapy because I haven't been to therapy. Why haven't I been to therapy? Because I have been self-helping myself. I am not an enabler. So I don't enable myself to like, okay, no, it's okay. Like I don't, I'm gentle with myself, but I don't enable myself. I'm my hardest critic. I used to be my hardest critic, but I'm not an enabler, which is why I can, I guess, do my own therapy and help myself because I know what I need to be doing and what I should be doing, and I'm gonna tell it to myself straight, like you need to get your shit together or something like that. Um, but last but not least, y'all, I wanted to talk about breaking the cycle. And I want to empower other people to speak up because, like I said earlier, this shit really happens so often in so many households. So many households. Like, it's sad. I am going to end it with this. You're not alone in this tragic moment. You're not alone in this space. You're not alone in this world. I have been through a traumatic experience. It was traumatic for me, and I also know that other people have been through more, even more traumatic experiences. You are not alone. You have power. You are a powerful person. Please don't allow the abuse to continue. Please don't allow that person that hurt you to be able to hurt someone else. I'm using my platform today to speak up about sexual abuse. It happens way too often. Why are we so quiet about it? Why are we so quiet about it? Why are we protecting people that don't need to be protected? These people need to be fucking banished, abolished, or whatever it is. Like, you are not alone. You are not alone in this. Take my hand. Take my hand, baby. Because you are not alone. If you need me, I'm here for you. If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. If you want to use my platform to talk about this shit, let's do that. But you are not alone. I want everybody to know that. I want y'all to know that this shit is happening. It's happening to a lot of people. I want to be the person that I need. I want to be the person that I needed when it happened to me at 7 years old, when it happened to me at 6 years old. I want to raise awareness for this shit because it's happening too often. It's happening way too fucking often. Who gives a fuck how long it took for you to say something? All that matters, again, is that you said something, that you spoke up for yourself, that you let your abuser know that they have no more power over you. This shit is getting serious. You feel me? It really is getting serious. It's that time. It's that time to speak up. It's that time to speak out. Because if that shit happened to you or someone close to you, you going back shit about them. Go back shit for yourself. I just wanted to tell y'all that. I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. What a breath of fresh air, y'all. Really, though. I'm glad I didn't do this episode off the wine. But anyway, y'all, that's me. I'm Naya Perkins, your holistic home girl. I'm talking about this because this experience has definitely made an impact on me. It has made me cold. I can't even trust my own mother. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. That's how I used to think, though. But now it's just like, I'm just loving, I'm continuing to build the trust of loving those around me, giving people the opportunity, not being as cold, not being so cold hearted, being easy on people. But yeah, glad we talked about this. Because you are really not alone. I don't want you to think less than yourself. I don't want you to think that it was your fault. I don't want you to think that just because you had on some short ass outfit or something like that, you made somebody come and take your motherfucking privacy. You made somebody come in and take advantage of you. If anybody around you got you thinking like that, fuck them and get from around them. Forgiving these people has definitely played a major part in me becoming the woman that I am today. The woman that I am today, once again, I'm going to continuously say it over and over again. I am the person that I needed when I was a young girl. I didn't come here to fuck around. I am your host, Nia Perkins, your holistic homegirl. We having moderate conversations that's healing the entire being from the inside and out. If this podcast spoke out to you, make sure y'all like and share it and subscribe to the YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on home to the space. Until next time.